What's up, creatives? This is Kiko and welcome to the new video of the Debuhista art channel. In this video, we will teach you to calibrate your inking brush the effective way using brush properties in Adobe Photoshop. So please stay tuned. There are so many ways to ink a comic illustration more effectively. You can use default brushes or customized brush from which can be downloaded online. What we are sharing to you guys is a customized calibrated brush presets which are mostly used in the industry. A little disclaimer guys, this is our own version only and not to represent the entire comic community. As you can see, here is our subject to be inked, a piranha plant from the video game of the world's greatest plumber. But first, let's prepare the pencil artwork. Here we need to change the color using layer blending options by double clicking the layer. Select the color overlay option and you can use any color that you want. In my case, I chose the sky blue color to emulate the blue pencil artwork. After changing the color of the pencil layer using blending option, you can choose to leave the pencil layer as is or you can reduce the opacity for better inking process. I usually use the 50% opacity and you're ready to go. Now we need to find the right inking brush from Photoshop's default brush set. Here are the topmost brushes that you can find from the default brush set. Number 1 is the soft rounded brush. Number 2 is hard round brush. Number 3 is another soft brush with good tip. Number 4, hard brush with also a nice tip. Number 5 is a soft brush like an airbrush. And lastly, a wet edge marker type brush. I think it's the number 4 brush is the right choice to be calibrated. You can also draw some repeated lines to check if you chose the right kind of brush accurately. To calibrate your chosen brush, you only need to press F5. And now you can see another window for brush preset. As you can see, shape dynamics and smoothing are already checked. You only need to adjust the brush tip shape and shape dynamics. In the shape dynamics tab, you only need to change every control value to pen pressure and all the sliders to 0. You can also change the minimum roundness to 1 or you can experiment which roundness is good for you. Well, in my case, I only use 1 roundness. Next is the brush tip shape tab. In the diameter box, you can also change it to narrow the size of your brush and rotate its angle to 45 degrees to achieve the comic line weight stroke for your customized inking brush. I am left-handed, so I chose the 45-degree angle to the right, or you can also experiment using different angles and find out what angle works for you. You can also test your customized brush by drawing some strokes or hatchings to see if you already achieved the specific line weight stroke for your newly customized inking brush. Always double check if there's any adjustments and repeat the brush testing if necessary. After the testing and adjustments, you can save your newly customized inking brush by pressing the Save Brush preset in the upper left corner while you are in brush mode. And then click the gear option and save your new tool preset any name you like. Now you can use your customized inking brush anytime you want by clicking the Save Brush preset every time you use Photoshop. Now let's finish first the line art of the piranha plant. Now let me explain about the importance of the brushstroke using newly created customized inking brush. This is an example of the brush strokes, and what we are trying to achieve is the thin stroke and thick stroke of every created line. The main idea is to create line strokes similar to a traditional croquial. Since we are using a digital media such as Photoshop, you need to train your drawing hand and draw every day to achieve this kind of stroke. After the line art, the next step is the spot blacks. This is where you put volume of blackings in the comic artwork to create volume and depth of the artwork. You can use a combination of brush, lasso tool, and paint bucket to achieve this result. The last process is creating the tones or hatchings. This is the process where you draw hatchings or cross hatchings to convey textures, tones, and volume to the artwork. Cross hatching is very time consuming, which is why this is the last part of the inking process. The difficulty of drawing the hatchings may vary depending on how complex the artwork is. In addition, it also complicated that you need to draw each stroke consistently and orderly to achieve the realistic approach and not to look cluttered or messy. These are the example of videos that we created to show how we draw cross hatchings effectively. As you can see, this is the kind of line stroke that we need to achieve. The cross hatchings were drawn strategically and consistently to convey tones and textures to the artwork. Like what I said earlier, cross hatching is not just doing each stroke, but you need to draw every stroke effectively. Meaning to say, each hatch should be drawn consistently with proper control. This is the reason why calibrating your inking brush will help you achieve the kind of line weight with the right drawing stroke for your comic art. Another tip, you need to learn that every hatchings are different and suited for every different textures, meaning to say that they are not the same. You need to look for an actual photo references for you to have an exact idea how to capture the right texture for your artwork. And that's it, friends. Our process in calibrating the inking brush using the brush preset, and we hope that you learned something or two and apply to your artwork as well. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, suggestions, shoutouts, and art requests, please write it down in the comment section or leave a message in our Facebook page. And if you're new to this channel, please consider to subscribe and click that bell icon to get updated to our upcoming videos. See you on our next episode, and thank you very much for watching.